Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty, and this is one of potentially two reviews I'm going to do today, simply because in my neck of the woods, the weather is horrible. I imagine I'm going to have a quiet day in the shop, so I might go and read Swamp God later. Today, though, right now, I am going to read one that I've been waiting for a while, simply because AWA are doing some great things at the moment. One of the last things there is I read Redemption was absolutely superb, and artwork was by Mike Deodato Jr. Since he's back again, this time Mark Russell on Not All Robots, I figured, yeah, go for it. Certainly judge this book by its cover. That's an amazing cover. I absolutely love it. And straight away I was like, yeah, okay, I think just basically listening to what people talk about it, I was like, I think I'm going to enjoy this. And it's on my pull list. The reason why I'm reviewing it so on the week is I knew I wasn't going to sell out of it because I had one in my folder. So it's fine. First of all, we are going to talk about the artwork because Deodato is just brilliant. He's just got an absolute amazing knack for empathizing with characters, and he shows their emotions really easily and really thoroughly as well. In the back matter to it, he just complained a little bit about the fact that when he found out this was going to be a buttload of robots, he was kind of worried because that goes outside of his wheelhouse of things he knows he can do effectively. But due to a little bit of reinforcement, he was convinced, positive reinforcement, he was convinced to do it, and he's been really glad that he has done. And I don't blame him. It's brilliant. He managed to show emotion on robots without human faces, just like metal plates with glass inlays, by doing body language like you read about. It's amazingly good. Just the way they seem to be walking, the way they hunch over a desk, the way they gesticulate when they're on talk shows, all of it works really, really effectively. I just realized I have this notebook over here. Just need to add to that Mark Russell's amazing writing, coming up with robot names, two of which I found, which are absolutely brilliant: Crush Lord and Razor Ball. Brilliant names for robots in a world where robots are the most important thing. And we're getting to the story now. And just to warn people at home, this is going to get quite political. And this isn't because of my own personal views, although certainly it's great to see this kind of thing done. It's done on purpose. Mark Russell, in the back matter, goes into a lot of detail about why he's writing comics the way he does. Before I read that, though, I was just enjoying it. And I was watching the power dynamics play out, and trying to figure out in my own head exactly what kind of power dynamic he was talking about. Because it's clearly a top-down, authoritarian kind of thing he's trying to put on the page here. And he's doing it in the way that a lot of good genre writers will do, which is, I mean, Terry Pratchett has gone on record, God rest his soul, quite a while ago about this one. The fact that a lot of people dismiss genre fiction as being just about robots or just about dragons, without realizing that good writers can use the tools available to them to tell amazing stories. So when he's dealing with authoritarian stuff, including authoritarian police state, governments, and all manner of just social control throughout various levels of society, it felt like it was just a lot. Then you get to the back matter and realize it'd been right there all the time. He had an obvious idea about what he was going to do, and the title spelled it all out. And I just thought it was a fun riff on something and didn't put the immediate connection together. A bunch of people watching is probably shouting at the screen right now, Shorty, of course it's not all men. That's entirely what he was doing. And yes, it was. The idea, he says, came to him when he was reading not only about all the Me Too stuff with so many women talking about how they have been screwed over by a hierarchical, patriarchal powers, but also the amount of men who, while admitting they were still part of the same flawed system and the expectations put on them because of their masculinity made them feel like victims as well, simply refused to acknowledge the victim status of other people and claim that their victimhood was more important. It's a terrible, terrible way to be. And Russell has gone out of his way to make sure that this is something that you can now see from the outside. No matter who you are, what your gender representation is, you're basically looking at other people living underneath masculinity and toxic masculinity, because toxic masculinity is bad for men as well, in case you didn't know that. So it isn't just about the oppressed humans. It is about robots living within that system as well, who feel like they are victims of that system. And his intent has been to give the outside viewpoint a chance to see what it's like from both sides. And that means sometimes in the writing, it blurs the line between who is the victim and who is the oppressor. And I think that's quite nicely done. It blurs the line in terms of people making jokes about such things compared to things actually happening, which is another really nice trick that he does. And also, it is just brilliantly written. The dialogue between two robots who work together is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to end with this one little bit of writing, just because it made me chuckle so damn much that when they're finishing work for the day, one turns to the other. All right, see you later, Terminator. The reply, in a while, rotary dial. Just lovely. Just absolutely lovely bit of writing, that. And it's just that level of quality all throughout it. I absolutely recommend checking this out. As I say, it's on my own personal pull list. If your comic book store has one, go and buy it. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, that's it. As I say, I might come back later on today. If not, I'll be back on Tuesday with a new comic book day video. Until then, well, until I see you, take it easy. Look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.